Good day, everyone. It's Joey. I'm back after a long break. I know a lot of you have been wondering what happened, and I've explained to a few people, but just briefly, around about May time, I just become really sick. I burnt out, and literally, and I had to take a step back from social media, YouTube, everything. I just couldn't do anything, and that's basically why I didn't make a big announcement or anything, because that's not me. Do you know what I mean? You don't sit and listen to my problems. But thank you for everyone who has been in touch, and everything. It's been so wonderful, and all my friends on Instagram who got in touch, and Gayle was absolutely wonderful. Bless her heart. But I really appreciate that. So here I am. I'll go straight onto the project, because I've had this planned all year, because this is a little autumn pocket that I created for Amy's 50 stack challenge last year, based on an idea by Fern Vi. And I made it, and then I used that idea for the Christmas take and make, but this was the original one. So I'll show it to you, and then I'll show you the papers, normal stuff, and I'll have a little chat as I go along, tell you a bit more about what happened, without boring you to tears. But anyway, here we go. So it sticks in a journal page like that, or there is a standalone card thing that we'll do as well. And there's the journal card behind. Then, just like the Christmas one, it opens up into all these autumn flowers. It's called autumn flowers. So you've got the tea cards, there's stamps and tickets down here, and then this journaling card here. And the scene is like a cornfield, you know, not in with autumn colours and that. So it's quite nice. Little, I know the Christmas one was really popular, so but as I say, this was the original one. It's a little layer. So pop these back in, and then I'll show you the digital, the freebie, and which I should thank everyone who's been writing to me on Ko-fi, and still leaving me coffees, and especially to Carmen, Elizabeth, May, Laura, thank you very much. And there was lots of others during my break, which was really kind. So digital, here we go. Not huge. So that's the layout. These are some gussets for making pockets and belly bands, and the invisible pocket that goes there. And these are the journal cards and the tea cards and all the little embellishments. Some closures. These first two pages, if you're going to print on card, these are on card, or if you do what I do, print them on good paper and then stick them onto a file folder. But this sheet remains on paper because it's linings and some embellishments. And then finally, this one I made to go on the back if you want to do a standalone card, and it's quite faded, so I gave you just an extra, a freebie within the freebie. Just this autumn page. Do what you like with it. It's not part of the project, but I've thrown it in. So you'll have to bear with me, because, you know, I'm a bit rusty. Well, I was never that proficient anyway, but we'll get on with it. Right, so the first thing to do, I've cut these out. That's the main base, that's the inside. This here is the tab that goes, we'll score it, and it goes back to make the pocket, and then I've got some other gussets that we'll do at the end to make it into a proper pocket. So right, let's score. So we want to Got to do it in reverse because you know the valley and the folds when you score. This is the way it goes. So I hope you've all been well and life's been treating you good. I know I'm a bit late, so I wanted to get this out. This was the do or die one. If I don't do this one, that's it. Just fold that back. There we go, like that. Folds in there. Just do the pocket. I'm just hoping you haven't all finished your autumn journals. I'm sure some of you are still working on them, and you can always throw this in somewhere in one you've already made, or keep it as a card and give it to someone whose birthday's in September or October. Okay, I think that's all the scoring. I'll leave that out just in case. And just give this a punch. Okay, I'm going to give this a punch here. Okay, whoops. Right, let's just ink this before we forget. Especially down these bits. I've inked part of it. So just where these fold over. I like to do the insides, even if you're putting on linings, just if you've got like a little gap or something, you haven't lined it up. But sometimes it's impossible to line things up, isn't it? Okay. Is that all right? That's fine. Just do around that. Okay. Right. What we do next is we'll put on the lining on the front. Now, the paper, there's a sheet that goes on here. And the way to do this, I find, it's easier if I glue this side, cut it out. Close this up. And let's just this is just cheap PVA glue. It's not art glitter glue, that's in the other bottle. This is fine for this. Right, so put that on there. So this corner goes in here. Let me just line that up. Okay, that's good. What you do is now cut down here exactly, because we want to use it. This end that you've just cut off goes exactly there on that side, so the pattern matches. And then we'll cut that bit off afterwards. That goes there. So let's do that. Hope you like this one. There's really nice autumn flowers in it. Nice pictures. I can't believe autumn. I suppose everyone's getting ready for Christmas. I just can't believe it. Obviously, I'm not doing any big digital kits at the moment, and I don't know if I'll get back to doing that. I just want to do the freebies for a while, and we'll see, maybe next year, but I won't have a Christmas kit this year. But you know, all my other Christmas kits, the two I done last year, are still up on Etsy. If you're new, okay, let's put that there. And because the reason is, when I start Christmas, I start in July. Really is Christmas in July for me. And I just haven't done it, you know. So I'll just trim this piece off. Okay, that'll make a nice belly band if you wanted an alternate belly band. Okay, let's just see how that matches now. I'm showing it like you're sitting next to me, sorry. Yeah, see how that matches? That's quite nice. I've got to trim around that. I'll let it dry a bit more. So while we're doing that, that's annoying me. I didn't score it properly. I'll just cut this out. Should I? Or... Sorry, I'm thinking. No, I'll do that after I've stuck this pocket on. So let me trim this around now. Sorry if I'm not in camera, I'm a bit out of practice. Okay. Right, we need to ink this. And down the front. So all going well. I'd like to do something for Halloween, so next month. I'm scared to make promises, you know. It's terrible. I felt all right about 2 months ago, because it's been, you know, 4 or 5 months. I suppose now 4 months, and I was okay after about 2 months. But I don't know if it was the tablets they put me on, but I just lost any interest in anything, you know. I've just become really, really lethargic. So it could have been tablet, could be habit, couldn't it? You know, when you're going from one extreme, like practically working 12 hours a day, to doing nothing, you sort of like get out the swing of it all. So I'm hoping that's what it is, but I've got to take things easy, otherwise I'll go down again. But I thought I'd tell you, I don't want to labour on it, but it's good to know, isn't it? You know, you watch people and that, and you think everyone's life's hunky-dory, and, you know, lots of people have issues and things going on. Oh, excuse me, I'm sniffing. Right, just place that sort of in the middle there. Line that up. I'll just put some clips on that to dry it. I could be doing something else. Okay, just let that dry off. Clear up here. Make sure my glue's back on. Right, this is the main journal card that I just want to cut out. It's the only thing I didn't cut out. But you know what I've got in the habit of doing too, in my sabbatical, was doom scrolling the news. So I've put a ban on me reading the news. It's just too depressing. I think they play on it, don't they, the media now, with clickbait. I'll show you what I'm going to do here, because with the inking I've started to, I wouldn't call it a technique, but way of doing my inking. Since I've got the tea dye, which I really love, I find this really gives a nice effect. It's still like a vintage look, but I like the two-tone of the colours. I'll show you a comparison. Then I'll just go round very gently on the edge again with the vintage photo. I think that's, I mean, I don't know if you can tell. Let me show you this one. I just ink normally. Don't know if you can tell, see that difference. Probably not, but anyway, I like that. Just a little thing I do. Okay, so where we go? I've got to trim this up because it's driving me mad. That's it. Bit of vintage photo. Isn't it wonderful? I always say it covers a multitude of sins. Okay, so what we got to do next? Oh, the front. We've got to put the discs on. The closures. Now you can use your own closures for this. Buttons, whatever you like, but I included these because sometimes people just haven't got things and colours and that. So this one, they come like that, cut them out, and then I just put this on. Just makes it a little bit interesting. Okay. Now to stick them on, you can use, a piece of card, or if you've got Velcro, it's just something to lift the closure up. I'm going to use, these are Stampin' Up dimensionals, so I'm going to use those. But you can get, these are like hexagon, but you can get round ones, can't you? In your craft store. You can, I made these years ago when I used to. Right, so you can position these wherever you like, really. Just as the first one can go anywhere. And then you'll have to line the other one up. See, that dimension just gives enough room for the cord to run around. I've done that one. So when you put the string on, what I'll do is just put a dab of glue, art glitter glue, just to put that in place. Get a bit of anchorage, just for extra. And then I put the dimensional on top of that. Okay. Make sure that's well and truly down. I might just let that dry before I put that one on. And we might do the belly bands on here and that one. So this is really simple. Ooh, use art glitter glue. Let's place that in the centre. It's a nice picture, that, isn't it? I love autumn. Of course, we're going into spring in Australia, in the southern hemisphere. But I don't know what time of year it is because I work to the crafting seasons of the northern hemisphere. At least Christmas is the same time. Well, everything's the same time except autumn. Like we have Easter in autumn, Christmas in summer, but now it's springtime, and I never feel, because I'm from London originally. I've been in Australia for over 30 years. I don't know if it's something with your formative years, but Christmas to me is snow and that. When I think about a traditional Christmas, But now I think of an Australian Christmas, it's still Christmas, but it's not like a Northern Hemisphere Christmas, obviously. I'm used to it now, but I still look when I'm in, you know, the grocery store and they're playing Christmas carols and it's baking hot and people are in shorts, and we're not the only country. Okay, so that's that, right. So let me put this one on now, that should have dried. And then, you know, we'd be pretty much there. Right. I have to remember, I do this so the cord comes out at 5 o'clock, if that makes sense. Just the same. The string. So that's that, and then that goes around there. I think it goes around a couple of times before. Over there, around there. Come on. I'll get over. Maybe I don't have to go. And then I've just finished it off with a little charm. That's a little flower charm. If you've got leaves or something, anything like that goes. Okay. Right. Let's do the placing of the journal cards. Oh, before I do that, I'm going to show you how to put the gussets on. These are the gussets for making it into a pocket. So they just need to go along here. It's stuck on, and then that one's already attached. If you're doing it as a standalone card, you don't need to, or you just want it as a journal card to put in a pocket, actually make it into a pocket, you don't have to add these, and you can cut this off. But I'll just put these on. I'll show you what I've done for the alternative to make it a standalone card. Of course, that's included. Okay. So if you've already done your autumn journals, go and grab it anyway, and then you've got it for next year. Okay, so that's that. So now you can see that this would go in really nicely into there and stop there. I've got a little circle I want to put on here. It's just a little tab. Just centre that. Just a little bit of glue. Don't need much. Just pokes through the thumbnail. Show you. So that goes in there. That fits in there like that. That's all adds to it. Okay, I've got a thing here, a letter that I thought I want to put on there. So I just want a bit of glue along there. Stick that on. Okay, then we can put that journal card in there. You can put the tea cards. There. And then these tickets and stamp. Go in there like that. And there you have it. Oh, I've got to keep remembering all these things. Just a little label. On the front says autumn flowers. I'll show you there's all these. There's one that's labelled that says golden leaves, and there's some little stamps, and there's some music, and that for decorating, whatever you want to do, just little extra bits. Now this bit, I'll just show you. Just close this up. Put that on there. Now the one I've done earlier was this one. Now this comes in the kit on the paper thing. You can stick that onto the back. I'll just put that one that shows you when it's a pocket. Stick that onto the back and trim it up, and then in the kit there's this belly band. You can go across here, and then you can slip this journal card into the belly band, and then it's a complete, you know, standalone card you can give out. I mean, you can stamp your own stamps with happy birthday or thinking of you or thank you. See, and then that way it can go there. So that's it. I've done it. Hey, it's like my first video again. Okay, should we have a quick look? So we'll have a look at this one. That's a journal card there. And let's open it up. And the beautiful inside. Okay, that's me done. This is up on Ko-fi now. Go and grab it. Thank you to everyone who's written to me over the last 4 months. There's people I may have missed when I was really poorly. So I'll try and get to everyone. I will read all you. If you leave a comment, I will read it. I don't know if I'll be able to reply because, as I say, I'm still not 100%, but I'm finding that side of things difficult. But I just wanted to get something out to you. So if I'm not my usual chatty self, you know why. But I love you all so very much, and you're all so kind. So here it is. I'd like to do a Halloween one. That would be nice. I've never done a Halloween full kit. I've done some Halloween freebie journal cards. So if you've never seen them on Ko-fi, I think it's the set of journal cards and tags. They're quite fun. Victorian style printing, illustrations. So there we go. Anyway, got to leave you. I'm waffling now. It's good to be back. I hope you forgive me. And fingers crossed we can see each other in a few weeks' time. Okay, God bless. Love you lots. Bye.